Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is SilverHyena, and once again, it's that time where I draw up birthday cards for dear, lovely friends of mine. I've mentioned Pebbles a few times before. She's amazing. I actually met her shortly after I began my slasher kick. It started with Freddy Krueger. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what it was or what sparked it, but I suddenly got this itch that I can't explain. Maybe it was some fan art I saw, or it was some YouTube video I watched that I can't remember. All I know is that I really wanted to binge the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And much to my mom's never-ending horror, my obsession with horror movies was born. And it's only gotten worse. Or better, depending on how you look at it. Somewhere along the way in my messy, weird, yet somehow uninteresting life, it was as though a switch in my brain got flipped. You see, a long time ago, back when I was just a little spawn, I was a sissy. The first real experience of a movie genuinely scarring me mentally was, of all things, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'll give you a moment to laugh. Okay, go ahead. Got it out of your system? Anyways, for those of you that are unaware, it's a silly, stupid comedy movie. But there is this one scene that comes straight out of left field. Odds are good you can find it on YouTube, but it's been so long that I don't remember character names or lead-ups, only that 8-year-old me was not having it. Next up, probably Raiders of the Lost Ark. Still a fantastic movie, but the mummies and face melting, need I say more? It gave 11-year-old me nightmares for a year at least. Yes, Freddy Krueger here would be proud. Anyways, yeah, I was obviously a very sensitive individual. Okay, I still am, but that's beside the point. Even movies like Lord of the Rings, which still holds up today as a fantasy epic, I was watching those with one hand over my eyes. I mean, like, particularly with the battle sequences when you've got, like, orcs and goblins and trolls and stuff like that. I mean, there are great battles, decapitations, etc. Although now, after watching Game of Thrones and then re-watching Lord of the Rings, I noticed that a lot of the war sequences in Lord of the Rings were considerably less messy than I remembered. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah, somewhere in 2010, that's when the switch was flipped. Shortly after beginning my stint in retail. Shocking, I know. After working among true horror, things that used to scare me on TV just didn't. In fact, I began to crave it. I remember a friend showing me Evil Dead 2 because at the time Burn Notice was still new, and he wanted to share Bruce Campbell's roots, and to this day, I still love me some Bruce Campbell. What does this have to do with Nightmare on Elm Street? I don't know, but I just thought you might enjoy a look inside my mind. It's a scary place, I know. I used to be a sissy. Then I wasn't. Now I can watch things like The Walking Dead while eating, much to my mom's disgust. There's just something about Freddy Krueger, though. How can he be so charming yet repulsive at the same time? I think the answer is Robert Englund. That guy is just amazing. Just like the before-mentioned Bruce Campbell. But because I'm so used to seeing Robert Englund in that Dream Demon makeup, when I see him in another movie, I'm always like, I know I've seen him before. Those eyes are just, I know I've seen them somewhere before. Oh yeah, that's Freddy without all the makeup. So Nightmare on Elm Street led to Friday the 13th, which spawned into a obsession of sorts. But I think my love of slashers truly began with Nightmare on Elm Street and Robert Englund's fantastic acting. Even the mediocre movies in the series still had their moments. Now, I've already done a bad movie review for Nightmare on Elm Street before, but just in case, here we go again. Child murderer actually gets what he deserves. Ends up coming back as a supernatural fiend to extract revenge, spit quotable one-liners, and spawn a multitude of sequels. I mean, don't the vast majority of horror movies have at least one sequel or remake of varying quality? Wow, I've gotten so caught up talking about the movies, I never actually went into the art itself. Okay, so I pulled out a multitude of my beloved Ohuhu marker sets, mostly utilizing my big set as well as the skin tone set. Overall, I think that the charred, gross skin of the face turned out really well. Captured old Pizza Face's likeness, I think. And I just had fun with that sly, fiendish grin. But of course, if you're talking Freddy, there's his famous knife glove. Even on this smaller canvas, I really wanted to show the glove. Remember, it's God. At least according to Freddy. But who knows if we can really take his word for it. Along with the markers, I also pulled out the Polychromos because they're amazing and they work beautifully with the markers. I love the way this turned out overall, especially those subtle stripes in the background. Pebbles absolutely loved it too. And I honestly think I've been going on forever, it seems, so I'll wrap this up. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, stay creative, everybody. Or Freddy Krueger is gonna get you. Anyways, bye!